What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're brand new. My name is Taya. If you are new here, I am a fitness and lifestyle coach, entrepreneur, blogger, and YouTuber, hopefully now that I'm back. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick little update on what's been going on. Last time I left off, I was gonna start vlogging weekly and get back into it. The last video I did was the one talking about my period, what's been going on, birth control, fertility, and then we got pregnant and I couldn't talk about it on the internet. So I decided to take a little break and come back into YouTube when I was finally ready to talk about my entire journey, because I like doing that. I like sharing the entire process with you guys, and that's what I hope to do in this vlog series. So if you are into that, if you want to know more, stick around.
It's a bonding program.
So basically, I'll give you guys a little recap of the past, of the first trimester, really, because I'm just going to second right now. And then I'm hoping to kind of do a series talking about what's been going on, the experience that I'm having, of course sharing my workouts and my food and so on. And again, for those of you who are new, I do eat primarily a plant-based diet, so I want to share that with you guys with my pregnancy. So to start it all off, I found out that I was pregnant at week 4. So basically I found out right away. I was experiencing all these symptoms that I thought was a period. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to take the test. I'm just going to, rule that out. I was getting disappointed because we were trying to have a baby. So I wanted the test to be positive. But I just was thinking, I was going to be the same thing. It was going to be negative. We were struggling with me tracking my cycle after I had gone off the pill and so on. And so I took it that morning. I put the test on the sink, not even thinking about it. And I looked and it was pregnant. Positive. Pregnant. Both those mean the same thing. And then I remember just in that moment, I sat there and I was like, holy shit, everything's about to change. It was first thing in the morning. It was a weekday, so Marcus wasn't home with me, which I kind of like because I wanted to surprise him once I did find out. I had to go and actually film for the app that we just launched that day. So that was quite interesting because I was feeling horrible, and then I was also so excited and I wanted to share it with somebody and I couldn't because it was so early. So Marcus came home that night and I surprised him and told him, and he was super excited. So basically that's kind of how it all began. We waited a bit before telling our parents, of course, and then just last week we announced it on social media, hence why I'm doing this video now. So as for me, what I've been experiencing, kind of what's been going on with me. When I first found out, I did have the intention of, training 5 days a week, 6 days a week, diligently going through with it. And I have been doing my best, to be honest. When pregnant ladies tell you they're tired, they're not kidding. They are freaking tired. It is a different level of tired that I have never experienced. The one thing that I did find though is the training is helping with the tired. So actually training and moving rather than just sitting on my couch all day, going even for walks with the dogs, just doing something to get me moving is at least giving me like a pseudo energy that's helping me survive throughout the day. So realistically, I was training about 3 to 4 days a week when it comes to weights, and then for cardio, I've just been walking on the treadmill. I don't feel super great if I get my heart rate up really high, and the doctor has recommended that I don't do that. My doctor did tell me that it's totally fine for me to continue exercising, that I've been doing it for so long that it's a completely natural thing for my body. It's safe. Basically, it's just a practice of listen to your body. If something feels weird, stop doing it. So of course, there's been times where something feels like it's like strange or pulling or cramping. Basically anything that felt weird, strange, different, not good to my body. And honestly, I mean, if you've been training for 10 plus years, which I have been, you kind of get to know your body and what's normal and what's not. The one thing that I really noticed was how quickly my heart rate got up during my training and how many breaks I had to take. So I was able to do most of the things I would normally do with much lower weight. But I definitely needed breaks. Like there was no more circuits and supersets. It was like do an exercise, sit down, breathe, and then do it again. So that's basically what I've noticed with my training. I have been continuing with it. I feel like I've lost a lot of strength already. Like immediately everything felt heavier than it normally is. So that's something I've definitely noticed. But I mean, I'm not really trying to put on muscle or do anything right now. It's a really interesting realization when you are in fitness and then, you know, you're going through this completely different life change and you have not really that much control over what's going to happen, aside from, you know, living a healthy lifestyle. Growth is inevitable. You're going to grow, you're going to gain weight, and that's just such like an interesting way to look at it now when it's always been the opposite goal. But I think I'm really thankful that I got to a place where I was very content and happy with my body and understanding it at every shape and size. It was a really, really blessing in disguise for that to happen before this happening, because I'm embracing this in such a good way, and I'm super excited. And no, I don't feel amazing all the time. And you know, people keep asking me, "What, aren't you tired? Don't you feel shitty?" For sure I do. But I think anything in life is about perspective. And I look at this as such a blessing, and it's, you know, everything that I'm experiencing is for a purpose. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm starting to get my energy back. I was sick during the holiday season for about 3 weeks. So I don't know if that was the pregnancy or if that was me being sick, but I felt horrible and exhausted and I took a lot of time off. So that's, you know, that's passing. You can still tell by my voice. I'm very nasally right now, but that's making its way out of the system. So I'm excited to see on Monday, I am 14 weeks. I'm in my second trimester. So I'm excited to see, you know, the change that comes with that. I know a lot of people say you start to get your energy back. So I'm hopeful that that's the case and I get a little bit more energy, just to carry on through, you know, a few extra tasks in the day. Right now it's basically been kind of a survival mode where I get my work done, I take care of my dogs, I work out, and then I spend the rest of the night on the couch with my feet up doing nothing while Marcus makes me food. So not that I'm complaining about that. That's been real nice. But I'm ready to do some extra stuff. I have some projects on the go right now, and I'd like to be able to maintain as much of my business hustle, if you will, throughout this process without pushing myself too far. So it's kind of like a fine balancing act that I've been working on. I do have a long-term game plan for once this little bambino comes to life, and kind of what I'm going to do post-pregnancy, and I will talk about that later in the vlogs. But right now, basically, I've been able to do business-wise the same thing that I've always been doing. I'm training my clients, I'm doing my check-ins. Like I said, the app just came out. Nate and I are launching our podcast next week. So there's a lot been going on, and I've been okay going through that stuff. Me personally, like I said, there's been, you know, the tired aspect. Nausea has not been too bad. There's been moments, my girlfriend and I were shopping in Marshall's, and I had to take a quick run break and go throw up in the bathroom, so that was interesting. But there's only been a couple of moments like that, and I did throw up quite a few times when I was sick, but that was like a combination of the both. Right now I feel pretty good. The whole craving aspect, food is not really appealing to me right now, so I can see there's like an uneasiness in my stomach all the time. So I'm not necessarily like wanting to eat a lot. I'm eating for survival. But there's been not too many strange cravings. I know pregnant ladies, I don't know if it's a stereotype or if it's a real thing, crave pickles a lot. I haven't been eating pickles. I eat sauerkraut every single night, and Marcus thinks I'm absolutely disgusting, but it's such A, it's a Bosnian thing. We do that anyways. And B, I don't know. This baby's craving sauerkraut. I don't know what's going on, but I have it every single night. It's good for my digestion, so I think that's what's helping things as well. I haven't really had any digestive issues, which is something that pregnant women complain about a lot and experience a lot, so I'm really thankful for that. I think diet plays a huge role in that for me. So that's been good. I'm thankful for that. I am getting heartburn, which is strange because I've never had that and I didn't really know what it was. So basically for that, I've just been eating much smaller meals. And then the doctor also said, don't lay down after you eat, which is kind of a struggle because I spent most of the evening on the couch laying down, but we'll figure that out. I'm working on it. So that's been, you know, that's been interesting. There's been times where I definitely am like, I need something right now, and I'll go to the grocery store and just wander the aisles and pick up really random things. Like earlier this week, I went and got mushrooms and ate just a plate of garlic mushrooms and then a corn on the cob and then sauerkraut. So it's really strange. There's not really like, you know, a rhyme or reason to anything. I'm craving things that I don't like. Like I really, really don't enjoy fruit, and I've mentioned that to you guys before. I eat it for nutrition, but I do not like it. Especially things like watermelon, any type of fruit like that. And then I guess baby was craving watermelon real bad, so Marcus went out and got that for me. I had it. It was disgusting, so it's really strange. There's like this craving to eat it, and then you eat it, but it's something you don't like, so it's anyways, that's been the greatest of the struggle. It's not that bad, guys. Really, not that bad. The other thing that I've been experiencing really bad, unfortunately, is migraines. So I had migraines before I was pregnant, and apparently the hormone shift in the first 12 weeks really increases those headaches. So they've been deadly. They're knocking me on my ass, which really sucks. Especially the fact that you can't really take anything. So all my like hot cold methods, massage, chiro, I've been doing all of that. I've been doing the peppermint. Anything else you guys recommend, please leave it below. Any tips for that are welcome. I have been struggling. So I'm hoping I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm hoping going into the second trimester it's going to be a little bit better. It's supposed to be. I did get massage and a chiro adjustment this week, so hopefully that's supposed to loosen things up a little. Fingers crossed. It is, the migraines have been a little bit of a struggle. I am moody. I am sort of crazy, and it's a really like interesting thing because my mouth is speaking and my head is like, oh my God, you're being so horrible to your husband. Stop. So like there is a discrepancy. I know that I'm being insane. But I'm working on that. I'm getting adjusted to these hormones. I am. Other thing that I really experienced was like an influx of acne around, I want to say like week 7 or 8. So super strange. I usually don't have issues with my skin. But it was like overnight and just all here, which I know is a very like hormonal place. So I'm thinking it's a shift or hormones, or maybe it means I'm having a boy and it was the testosterone. Who knows? We'll see. So that has cleared up. I've been using my fresh products that I use every single day. It's, you know, nothing has changed in that sense. But I think it was just like a hormonal thing, and now it's body is adjusting. The body is adjusting to those hormones. So yeah, that's basically, I think the struggle of it all has been going on. The funny thing is, it sounds like, you know, all these things that are happening, but I'm definitely embracing it in a positive sense, and it's just a really cool experience when you feel all these different things in your body. Like I can feel like the stretching as my uterus is growing, which sounds really strange because I was trying to explain it to my doctor. She's like, are you cramping? I'm like, I think so. And then I explained to her, she's like, no, you're just feeling the actual stretching process. So it's super strange. I don't feel it obviously throughout the day when I'm going about and busy and doing things, but when I lay down at night, I can really feel it, which is so interesting. My little baby bump is already showing. I think I keep most of my weight in my lower body, not in my midsection. So I think maybe that's why it's so distinctly showing already, but it's definitely showing. It's definitely a hard little bump. It's cute. I'm embracing it. I'm ready to have like a bump so people don't think I'm just like bloated. So that will be interesting, but I'm sure I'll regret saying that once that comes and it's weighing me forward. My chest is increasing by the day. That's been a very interesting experience. I've had to get new bras already. We'll see how many times that will happen again. So basically just like overall growing, expanding. I feel like things are getting very loose. Like my midsection is not tight anymore. It feels like the muscles have really loosened, so that feels super strange. Sometimes my hips feel a little weird, my hip flexors. But otherwise, I feel like it's been 13 weeks, almost 14. I've gotten into a pattern of it, of kind of, you know, going with the flow, learning what to do when I don't feel well, learning when my body's like, okay, today is not a day to work out, today is not a day to run around, sit down, do nothing, watch Netflix, do some work on the computer. So that I think has been the biggest adjustment, is just like really learning when to slow down. I'm not a really slow down type of person, so that has been a struggle. That has been a learning lesson. But I also feel like the entire experience is kind of chilling me out, which is great. I'm very thankful for that. I'm sure my husband and the people around me are thankful for that. So, the whole like type A personality, I don't know, I've heard this before, that if you're like super, super type A, that it brings you down a notch. And if you're type B, kind of pulls you up. So I don't know if that's like a real thing, if people have experienced this. If you have, share it with me, let me know. I'm very open to moms sharing their own experience with me. I welcome any tips. I mean, I'm not about, you guys know, I don't like people telling me what to do, or placing judgment on the choices that I make, of course. But I would love to actually hear, your experience, what you did immediately when I posted our announcement. I had so many moms message me about tips and tricks, and you guys know I have arthritis, so I'm going to be dealing with bloating. Obviously, that's a huge part of it, is water retention when it comes to the type of arthritis that I have, plus pregnancy. So a lot of you have shared, your remedies with me, even your cold and flu remedies when I was sick, and just kind of like really guiding me through the process, which is so nice to feel like you have this support of people. And social media gets such a bad rep, but this is such an incredible way to connect with each other. And just the support that I've received from you guys, that Marcus and I have received, we're both so thankful that you guys care about our experience and what we're going through so much. It's so wonderful to hear. And it's been helpful. I've picked up a lot of the books you guys have told me to pick up. I'm trying to do this entire process as natural as possible. So learning from those who have done it that way, who haven't done it that way, and just everything and anything in between, basically being able to talk about it, because I feel like there's so much that my body is going through and I just want to tell somebody about it. So going through that experience and having you guys, follow the journey, share your own experience with me. I'm all about the whole, building businesses, and raising babies. And I have so many incredible clients who are successful in their job and successful as moms, and they take care of themselves. And I'm genuinely inspired and empowered by that. And I love seeing that. And I love seeing women go after what they want. And that's something that I really strive to be as a mom once I am a mom. So, I'm really glad that I have that support system and those type of people around me, because it's very inspiring and it gives me hope that, this is possible. It's not going to be easy, but it's absolutely possible. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this entire experience with you guys. I just wanted to do this quick video. It's never quick with me. You guys know that. Just to kind of let you know what's been going on, where I'm at. I will do specific videos sharing my workouts, what Nate and I are doing. He's basically known from the beginning just so he could alter my workouts. It's kind of hard to hide that from your coach. And then I'll be sharing my food with you guys, my vegetarian recipes, and so on. And for any of you guys that have questions, I did get all my blood tests done. My doctor has been very diligent with everything that I've been doing. My B12 levels are perfect. My iron levels are perfect. She has zero concern for me eating meat throughout the pregnancy. I've been very diligent with tracking and doing it properly. I'm not just going balls to the wall eating carbs, forgetting about everything else. I'm still keeping my nutrition in mind the same way that I did before I was pregnant, so she has no concern with me having to add meat, for any of you that are wondering. So yeah, don't worry about that. But if you do have any, veggie-friendly recipes you want to share with me, any tips that you want to share with me through training and training through pregnancy, or anything that you have experienced that you thought was helpful, or if you guys have any questions and you want me to address them in the next video, I will be doing these weekly, maybe even more so once we get the food ones and the workout ones up. And I have a vlog that we did film a couple of weeks ago with the girls in their training and with Nate and my training that's just being edited, so I will update that and post it. And then Marcus and I's couples video is going to be up in the next couple of weeks. The Q&A that you guys had, the only reason I was waiting for it is because I didn't want to post and talk about this, and I knew that together we would for sure give it away, because 50% of the questions were like, when are you guys having kids? When are you starting a family? So I wanted to wait on that just because 100% him and I would have given it away. But yeah, that's all that I have for the update for today, for the first little bit. If I think of anything else, I'll pop it into the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued support. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.